Now, in terms of resources that you recommend people check out, of course, we're going to put all sorts of resources for you guys into the blog, because you have some amazing things on your website in terms of information and knowledge that homeowners can tap into. What other resources do you recommend that homeowners check out to help inform themselves about solar energy and selections of systems and those types of things?
So the Clean Energy Council have a website, CEC, and that's where you can see accredited suppliers and retailers. So that's a good place to check about their accreditation. There's also Your Home, which is actually from Sustainability Victoria, but it's a very useful resource. It's an online book where you can buy the book, and so that's good for the whole picture, all the energy efficiency. Obviously, the Our Energy Future website and the Positive Charge website, which is basically, it's branded as Our Energy Future in New South Wales, but it's Positive Charge in Victoria. That's got lots of advice. The ATA is also a fantastic resource, the Alternative Technology Association, and they produce 2 magazines a year, and one is kind of the high-end, beautifully designed architectural homes with sustainability in mind, and that's kind of future thinking. And the other one is called Renew, and it's much more about the technology and the things that we can do. And there'll be people in there who've done DIY projects. For example, one of my favorites, this was a few years ago now, but there was a man who had taken the tiles off his roof, replaced it with a ColourBond roof, and then put the tiles under his house and wrapped them in tarp and had an extractor fan drawing the air from in between the tiles into the house, and that was his air conditioning system.
Wow. That's insane.
Exactly, but it's brilliant. But
Yeah.
so one of their magazines has things like that, and the other one has just, gorgeous, inspiring homes that are made from recycled timbers and low VOC paints, and they have solar and passive heating and cooling and all those things. So they're both wonderful for very different reasons. And then the ATA has a website and has lots of forums as well, so you can go in there and ask people what their experience was with particular inverters or suppliers. It's a good resource. There's Whirlpool, but I'm always a bit hesitant to recommend people look at Whirlpool because it's often just someone soapboxing, and sometimes you'll find that it's one person that had a bad experience and they're the person who's vocal on Whirlpool, whereas actually there were hundreds of other people who had a pretty good experience, and so it's not as well researched as something like the ATA.
Yeah, I find Whirlpool can be a bit of a rabbit hole, actually, of just who's the squeakiest wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you mentioned with finding reputable installers, so it's obviously checking the Clean Energy website, checking those warranties to see what they're actually covering and what the expectation is in terms of the drop-off of the system. Is there anything else that you recommend you ask installers to really test that they're going to be reputable and, the right people for you to be seeking advice from?
I mean, I think those are the main things, but there is a track record. It's good to know how long they've been around and what their track record is. We do also have suppliers. We do a procurement that we can recommend and get quotes for people from those suppliers. And if you get quotes from other people and sort of it's unclear why there's a difference, you can call our team and we'll kind of help you work out what some of that is. But yeah, the things we look at are Clean Energy Council accredited as both a retailer and a supplier. The warranties, the value for money, so not the cheapest systems, but good value for good quality systems, the longevity of the company. And from our perspective, we also need people who can handle the volume of inquiries because we work with councils throughout Victoria and New South Wales. But there are some, for your listeners, there are plenty of smaller companies that are very, very good and have a great reputation and offer really good systems. It's just that we don't work with them because they couldn't handle the volume.
Gotcha. All right.